Hello, everybody. As you could see lately, I talked a little bit about obtaining the non-reimbursable funds here in Romania as a company. So let's see some tips and tricks to score the maximum score that you can have depending on your activity and what you want to do. You may know or you may not know, here in Romania there are a lot of possibilities. Startup Nation, Women Entrepreneur, different regional directions that are funding or financing activities in service area, in production area, and so on. But for all of this, you need to know some rules and regulations, and most of this, you need to know how to make and how to score all the points. So stay with us and we'll discuss a little bit later about all these tips and tricks. Let's see what are the general eligibility criteria for accessing European funds. As you all may know, there are some general criteria and some specific criteria to certain guidelines. I will let you know now 5 general criteria, and if you want to find out more about this, we'll talk, or you may let a comment in the comments area and I will answer to each of you. First of all, you need to have your company registered as a SRL here on the Romanian territory. This is really important because only SRLs can obtain financing. In some particular cases, there are also the PFAs eligible for accessing European funds, but these are much more less situations in which you can obtain this as a PFA. So, having a company on the Romanian territory is the first one and the most important one. Second, you must have no outstanding debts to ANAF or to other institutes, because it's really important to know that to access European funds, you must be up to date with all the payments. Number 3, it's really important to know what type of enterprise you have, because sometimes if the company is older than 2, 3, 4 years, you need to establish accordingly to the historical data if you are a micro enterprise, if you are a medium enterprise, or if you are a small enterprise, and of course big enterprise. Accordingly to this, you may obtain after that the financing in a certain percentage, and also your co-financing matters regarding to this aspect. Number 4, to fulfill the condition of having an eligible activity as kind code, you need to look on the kind code list and to see if what you want to do is on that list, or if your idea, because sometimes they are financing also new ideas on an activity on a company that already exists, to see if your idea is on that eligible list. And only in that case you know that you may go further with your business plan. And lately, but is not the last point that matters, is to provide the important documents to your consultant. It's really, really important to have a good collaboration with the consultant and to provide him or her all the informations, financial situations, accounting situations, papers regarding to payroll and so on. So it's really, really important to pay attention to all the criteria that a certain program is asking to fulfill, but also you need to pay attention to the deadlines, because there are specific situations in which, for example, one program is opened only twice in a financing cycle. And when I mean about financing cycle, for example, now we are in the cycle 2021 or up to 2027. If, for example, you miss the deadline for one project in all this period, then you have only one shot left to do whatever you want. So never miss the deadline and be attentive to this as well. How can you not miss the deadline? It's something that it's up to you. Either you stay on all the official websites and look on them, I don't know if daily, but at least weekly, but to have an image of what they are modifying on the program that you are having the interest, or for example, to stay monthly. I don't know, it's up to you. But there is another simpler solution, and it's something that we recommend. Basically, we in MBV Group, we create a new abonnement for you, which is called Fonduri 500. This is the smartest solution for business people, for people that do not have time to search on internet, on Google, and which are not sure about what they are finding. So, as I said, although it seems that you are paying just for some information, with the abonnement Fonduri 500, it's more than this. And I will let you know why it's more than this. First of all, it is an investment that you will recover 100%, because, for example, if you want to collaborate with us further in doing a business plan and in obtaining financing from European grants or governmental grants, then this amount that you paid for abonnement Fonduri 500, it will be deducted for our initial fee. And what's more, we guarantee that you will not miss any deadline. If you are convinced that you want to apply for a certain program, we'll search all the information in your behalf for that program, and the consultant from our team will call you, will keep updating you, and it will inform you each time that something happens, each time that the authority says that something is modified. So it's really, really important for you to be up to date with all the information. So we guarantee this, that you'll not miss any deadline. And in addition, because this is also really important, a consultant from our team will call you and will make a score for you, because it matters the score that you can obtain on a specific program. Sometimes a higher score means accessing the funds. So it's really important to discuss all these aspects with the consultant that will call you. And if you want to know if, for example, is there any limitations regarding the company's field of activity, yes, it is. Also, this can be shown or can be checked on the guideline that you want to, on the program that you want to apply. So it's really important to check all of this in the beginning. Or, of course, again, you can buy or subscribe to our abonnement for Fonduri 500. It's one-time payment, it's only 1 year, and in this year you'll have all the solutions that are personalized on your own company. So if you don't want to lose your time and money, please, you can go directly in subscription to this abonnement Fonduri 500, and you'll have the guarantee of the thing well done. And now, because we are talking on this video about tips and tricks for maximum score with non-reimbursable funds, let's see the first one. First of all, the co-financing of the investment that you want to invest your own resources, it's the first tie-breaking criterion. What do I mean by this? There are, for example, programs in which they are asking you to put only 10% as co-financing. But if you are looking further on the scoring, you may see that you obtain another 10 points, let's say, if you put 10% more in the investment, in the co-financing that you are giving to this project. So basically, if you have 20%, 30% or 40%, depending on the type of the company that you have, it's much more easier to access and to have the maximum score. More than this, there are some certain programs in which if you have a higher co-financing, means that you may be in the winning team, because for example, if all the companies and all the people submit a project in the same day, the only thing that matters in that day is the time, is the value of the co-financing. So a higher co-financing may mean in some projects directly accessing the European funds. Number 2 would be like this. The investment is 100% relevant to the business, and you need to prove this with papers and documents and invoices. You must be really attentive to the expenses and the type of expenses that you are allowed to do on an European project. For example, if in some projects matters to have more than 60% invested in equipment, in other programs matters to have also investments in participating in international fairs or in implementing management systems or in implementing other types of digital solutions and so on. So basically you need to put all these expenses in accordance with the activity that you have and in accordance with the idea that you have to obtain the funds. Number 3, and also really important, is that you cannot buy anything. There are a lot of people that are promising you that, okay, you can buy anything you want on a financing program, but it's not like this. For example, you cannot buy stock. There are a lot of companies that want to buy stock, but guess what? Unfortunately, the stocks are not eligible on any of the programs. Some people may want to pay salaries or contributions. There are indeed some programs that are allowing you to do this, but these are less, and you cannot invest all the amount in this. Only Startup Nation and a few human resources programs allows you to do this, but other programs, no. You cannot buy cars, or if you can buy, there are some deduction and some limits. So again, please be really attentive to the ceilings and to the expenses that you want to do on a project that with which you want to access European funds. And number 4, you need to be really careful to the age of the company. There are programs, and most of them are like this, that give an important score if the company is older than 2-3 years, and also if it had profit all these years before. So this would be, let's say, the most important criteria in order to score more on the projects. And as I said, it's important because a high score may mean that you will have that financing in your pocket. This would be the main aspects. Are you ready to access the financing that you want? I hope so, because this was done in order to help you. If, as I said before, if you are not the one that wants to spend time just to look on the internet, again, you may subscribe, or you may make a subscription to our product, which is Abonnement Fonduri 500, and that one will ensure you with not missing any deadline, with the guarantee of the thing that well done and the thing that you will be correctly put in a certain category, and you'll know for sure what type of financing is accordingly to your needs. I hope that this video helped you. If you want or you have more comments or questions and so on, please let me know, and I wait a big like and share if you can. Thank you very much. Have a good day.